Course Careers is the place that you guys need to go if you have a high interest into tech sales. They will help you gain the skills that you need so that you can enter the tech sales world to make a whole bunch of money. Tech sales salaries early on is about $60,000, guys. That's a good salary. And with OTEs, you can make anywhere from $85,000 to $90,000. If you have an interest in tech sales, check out Course Careers, link in the description. And don't forget to use Antoine50 so that you can get a $50 discount off of Course Careers. See you guys in tech sales.
Brother, who else? Brother, East Coast Kev is in the house, man. Go ahead, come off the mute. Let me just make sure I can unmute you. Can you hear us, Kev?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. God bless. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, my man. What do you got on the topics, man? Let's I want to hear what you got to say on this whole thing, man. Tell us what you got to say, man.
I will come with a different perspective today.
Yes, sir.
First of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to you for having me here.
Absolutely.
And allowing me to give a chance to speak. I just want to talk to Black people for a moment. I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but I want to talk to Black people for a moment. When you have a prominent brother or sister that comes to the community to do things for the community, sacrifice what he sacrificed, you protect that brother at all costs. Do everything for that sister. Do everything in your power as a community to protect that brother or sister, especially when they're stepping down to help out the community. And the reason why I said that is this, because all the janky reports that I'm hearing about, you know, how he was supposed to get a certain percentage of the ticket money, and you know, when the stadium is 60,000, and there's only, and you know, after 30,000 tickets, he was supposed to get a certain amount of percentage off the tickets. Now, if the stadium hosts 60,000 people and you only account for 28 to 30,000 tickets, something's wrong with the math. I'm not a computer now, I'm not a math student, but even I know the math don't math right. Then, of course, all the reports of them breaking into his office, stealing his stuff. You know, they broke into his son's car and broke into his car. You know, you protect that, bro. You don't let dusty stuff happen like that to a brother or sister that comes back to help the community. You just don't do that.
East Coast Kev is talking today, man. He's talking today.
I just wanted to talk to the family. You know, you don't let that type of stuff happen to that brother. If it was true. You know, which I believe, because I went to an HBCU and I know some of these HBCUs are, you know, colleges alone are just corrupt. You know what I mean? When it comes to the money. So you just don't let that type of stuff happen to that brother or a sister. You know, and I'll land my plane there. I think what he did was good based off of that. Because at first I was like, no, don't leave. You know, you're doing great things. But when I hear that type of stuff, you're sacrificing half your salary. And then they said, okay, it was a tax write-off. He can get the money back. He shouldn't have had to do that in the first place. It should have been already there available for him to make the moves that he had to make. Then they're saying, oh, Colorado doesn't have the money yet to pay him. Trust me, they're going to get the money. They're going to make that money to pay him. And then so he's going to make more money than that $5 million a year. You're talking about endorsements. You got Nike and Under Armour right now fighting over this man.
Wow.
Fighting for him.
I love East Coast Kev, man. I gotta give it to you, man. I love that perspective. I absolutely love it. If you think about it, you know, he shouldn't had to have dealt with what he has to deal with. So maybe the standards, maybe they're just, like you said, there's an elevation of standards in that needs to be applied here, right? People like Deion who are helping the community should be looked in at a different way. Nothing should be happening to these individuals at all. They shouldn't have to take pay cuts. They shouldn't have to have the cars broken into. They shouldn't have to have all this other stuff going on where they aren't getting their fair shake and have to deal with that. Because here's the thing, you don't have to deal with that in other places sometimes, right? You can, you know, get rid of, you can put yourself in locations or places where you don't have to deal with that sort of stuff, right? So guys, if what East Coast Kev is saying is that, you know, for our leaders who are in these spaces, right, that are, you know, coming back into communities to give back and sharing their experiences and helping to, you know, level people up, why should they have to deal with the hoopla, the dustiness? They shouldn't have to deal with that at all. And I 100% agree with you on that one, East Coast Kev. I had no idea that you're going to bring that perspective, and I wasn't even thinking about that from that perspective as well either, because I didn't go and dig into a lot of the previous things that had happened. You know, just like you and I in our everyday lives, there's always things that happens within our career and so forth, right? And I didn't go back to peel that onion back. But if that stuff was happening, like you said, you shouldn't have to deal with that at all. You shouldn't have to deal with that at all, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Anything else you want to add?
That's it. Thank you for having me, and God bless you, and God bless the chat. God bless everybody. Get the likes up.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, my man.
I'm
We'll
a
talk
new
later.
subscriber
Okay?
too, by the way.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.